Hi friends, welcome to CR Digital Classes. In this video, we are going to understand about law of equimarginal utility. Before understanding law of equimarginal utility, let us understand what is utility. So, utility refers to the capacity of a commodity to satisfy a human want at a particular point of time. So, utility is satisfaction. When we consume anything, whatever the satisfaction we get, that is utility. So here we try to understand with the help of units, number of units of the satisfaction we are getting on the consumption of any product, whatever we like. So the utility of a commodity can be judged by only a consumer. So this utility will be expressed only when a consumer consumes the product. Then Bentham described utility as which appears to augment or diminish the happiness of the party whose interest is in question. So utility and usefulness are not same. Consumption of wine is harmful to health. It is useful, but it has utility. So they say that utility is not usefulness. Usefulness is something different. Utility is something different. So when people have different taste, different habits wherein they like or they get more satisfaction when they does some things they like. Sometimes it may not be useful and also harmful to them also, but that is the reason we are talking about the utility is different from the usefulness. Then law of equimarginal utility explains as to how a consumer distributes his limited income among various commodities in order to get the total maximum satisfaction. So, in the previous video, we understood about the law of diminishing marginal utility. So, there we understood if the units are consumed more and more, the utility decreases. Here in this law, we are trying to understand what is the total maximum satisfaction we get. For example, that law we talk about only one product. When I talk about two products, how to spend? I have limited resources and I want to consume two or more products. So what is the maximum satisfaction? The combination of the two or more products on which I get the maximum satisfaction. So this law will help us in making that, selecting that combination or preparing that combination. Then they say that utility explains as to how a consumer distributes his limited income among various commodities in order to get total maximum satisfaction. So it states that a consumer will distribute his income between different goods in such a way that utility derived from each good is equal. So they say that whatever we are distributing, the resources are distributed for purchasing or for obtaining those goods, the utility will be same. I may be consuming 2 apples and 1 sweet, the satisfaction is same. It is not that the good quantity should be equal. The utility I am talking about equal. Then Marshall states that law as if a person has a thing which can put it into several uses, he will distribute it among users in such a way that it has same marginal utility in all. So this law is also having assumptions. Let us see what are those assumptions. The consumer has limited income and spends all for it. So whatever income the consumer is having, he try to distribute in obtaining those products. Then marginal utility of money is constant. So here also the same assumption. Then consumer is a rational being and he has the knowledge, complete knowledge about the market. Then the prices of commodities remain same. There will not be change in the prices. The prices of commodity will be same. And the wants and habits of the consumers are constant. So these are the assumptions. Then let us see what is the law, the explanation of the law. So with the example table, I want to explain or we want to understand what exactly is the law says. Then let us understand with an example. They have taken two goods. One is A and other one is B. That is bread is one product, butter is one product. Now number of units are given. So that is 1 unit of bread gives 25 units of marginal utility. Then 1 unit of butter gives 20 units of marginal utility. So each product will have its different marginal utility. Then 2 units of bread gives 20 and 2 units of butter gives 15. You can see a different marginal utility will, that is satisfaction is different from one product with the other product depending on the taste of the consumer. So this person, consumer A, is having this units of satisfaction utility with the product bread and butter. So you can see here. So here our job is, our attempt is, what is the maximum satisfaction we get. So they say that the person is having salary of 5 rupees. So with this 5 rupees he want to purchase bread and butter. Now before purchasing he is trying to see on which combination he gets more satisfaction, maximum satisfaction, maximum utility. So we have only, for example, all 5 rupees when I spent on bread, I will get only 5 mu. That is, it is minimum. If I spend all 5 rupees on butter, I will get 2 marginal utility. It is very least. If I buy 4 rupees on bread, 10 I get, 1 rupee on 20 I get 30. It is not equal again. It is, the utility is not equal. If I make different combinations, so here the combination they are showing is 3 units, that is 3 rupees on bread and 2 rupees on butter is giving same equal marginal utility and maximum utility. So this is how the law helps to distribute the resources to get maximum satisfaction. Here we have to understand the price is not equal. For bread we are spending 3 rupees, for butter we are spending 2 rupees. That we have to keep in mind. And when we talk about the utility, it is maximum and equal. So this is equi-marginal utility. So with the help of graph you can see here, that is, this is the point where maximum equal utility the person is getting. So AA represents the marginal utility of the better bread. So here to here it is giving mu, marginal utility line, and here B and B is marginal utility line. So among that, CC represents the money spent. So whatever money is spent, this 3 rupees, here it is spent, and here it is 2 rupees they have spent. So total it is 5 rupees. So 2 rupees, units of money, it is 2 rupees. So here maximum satisfaction under 2 rupees the person. The graph should be different for bread and butter, but here it is same graph is given. It is different because the marginal utility is different from one another. So this is about the explanation of law of equimarginal utility. Now when we talk about the importance of law of equimarginal utility, first of all, consumption. Consumption is important. That is, when we consume, it need not be same, but utility should be same, equal. So we may consume 2 apples and 3 bananas. The utility is same, but we are not talking about the same quantity of consumption. Then distribution, the money should be distributed in such a way that there should be equal and maximum utility should be there. Maximum marginal utility should be there. Then public finance. So they talk about the public finance. The money should be used optimally. That is very important. So whatever we are spending, we should spend it optimally, the best resources. Then maximum utility from leisure time. In organizations, they see that if the time during the leisure times, if the person is spending for other purpose, for knowledge enhancement like reading books and other purpose, even that time also the marginal utility will be there. If they are not using that time, if the person is idle, then the marginal utility only counts the working hours. It will not be idle hours. So this law also important to consider all those things. Then production. So this law will help us how we can segregate in the equal proportions. Then exchange. So exchange of goods with the money. So here we have to understand that is the consumption of the goods and the utility whatever they are getting. So the goods and the utility. Here not one good, it is more than one good. Then this law is also having some limitations, that is consumers are not rational and utility cannot be measured. Durable goods, this law will not be there because durable goods will be for long period, and non-availability of the goods. So sometimes whatever the goods are required, they are not available. Then indivisible goods, you cannot divide the goods for making the equi-marginal units. That is one of the limitation. Then constant income and prices, it is sometimes not possible because the incomes will be changing, the prices will be changing. The question expected from this topic is explain the law of equimarginal utility. So both laws, the previous video like law of diminishing marginal utility or law of equimarginal utility, among these two one is expected for sure. When we are writing in the exam, you have to write along with the graph table example, and you have to also mention the assumptions and the exceptions and limitations of the law, which is very important. Hope this video is helpful in understanding about the equimarginal utility. Thank you.